Hi there, Aquarius, and welcome to Feathered Serpent Tarot. I am back with your July 2017 General Tarot reading. So I do want to say thank you for all your shares, likes, and subscribes. This has been a lot of fun for me, and I certainly hope that it's been helpful to you. I am also in the process of figuring out how to provide private readings for people, and I figure within the next few days, probably halfway into this next week, I should have all the information that you need should you want to get your very own reading. So I'm not going to waste too much more time. I'm going to jump right into your general reading for July 2017 for Aquarius. So Aquarius, how is Aquarius doing in July 2017? June's been kind of a challenging month, but it looks like you're doing okay. You got the Ten of Pentacles. Hey, this is it in terms of family, prosperity, abundance, all of those things. And that's what you have at the center. So that's excellent, Aquarius. It's a great way to start July after a very challenging June. Not sure, I can't remember what we said for Aquarius for June, but it was a very emotional month. And so, yeah, it's like, and this kind of is in speaking, you're probably going to feel in your full element in terms of abundance around family and your home and all of those things that, give you a sense of security. So you're probably going to be feeling that in its epitome sometime around the full moon, which I believe is July 8th. So you're starting the month off right. You're ready to get going. And then theoretically what'll happen, even though I haven't seen any of the cards yet, but I know that astrologically speaking, it's going to get pretty fiery towards the end of July all the way through till September. So yeah, we're all going to be moving and shaking. So let's see what else we have here. There it is. Okay, so your obstacle, or what's crossing you, is the Hermit. So I'm not going to say too much until I lay all of these cards out for this reading. So let's see here. So your foundation is Judgment. Okay. Interesting. In the past, you have the Five of Cups. So sadness, loss, yeah. Just regret, even. It's a little different from the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles tends to make you feel kind of on the outside of things, very cool place to be, whereas the Five of Cups is just sadness around loss. So perhaps you've lost something not too long ago. So what's crowning you is the King of Swords. So this could be you, the air sign that you are. And this is the height of mature thought. And because of the way that the swords are presented in this particular deck, there's you're in your truth. You're in the truth of who you are. It's a confident place to be, but it can also be a little cold. So you might want to watch for that if that's representing your attitude. Or it could be another air sign that's close to you who is mature and intellectually brilliant, but cold. They're not as warm and loving as, say, the King of Cups. The King of Swords is, he's wise, he's witty. And in your short-term outcome, you have the Six of Cups. So this could be children, nostalgia, a soulmate connection, any number of different things. We'll see what other cards fall. Oh. Okay, so Aquarius, you're feeling a bit of anxiety through all of this. Judgment, possibly feeling very much on your own, which is not something that Aquarius likes. I mean, they like their alone time with their thoughts, but they don't like to be alone. They don't like feeling alone. You know, because they're all about brotherly love. That's what Aquarius is. So what's going on in your environment? And we have the Knave of Wands. So it could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, who's in your environment that's causing you some anxiety right now. So let's take a look. King of Swords. Your hopes and fears is the Empress. So let's wait until we have the final outcome. And then, then the guesswork will be gone. Nine of Pentacles is your final outcome. So let's see what the background is. The Eight of Cups. So moving away from something, either physically or in a relationship, you're moving on. Or conversely, it can also mean taking a relationship to the next level. The only problem I see here, Aquarius, is I see you're alone. And I see you're a little nostalgic. So first things first, give you a big hug. Because nobody likes to feel alone. Like I said, Aquarius really doesn't like to feel alone. So while you have everything that you've wanted materially, the thing is that right now you're feeling that there's no one to share it with. And there's been some sort of judgment of some kind, either a judgment that you've made or come to the conclusion, or at worst, you're judging yourself. Never a good idea. Judging, avoid it just entirely, just saying. You know, that who was right thing that can happen. Who's right, who's wrong. And then the sense of loss with the Five of Cups in the past. So perhaps but I don't know, perhaps someone, another air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, could actually be very supportive to you right now. Somebody that you're talking to that's helping you cope with this sense of being alone, this sense of loss of emotion. And you're nostalgic. Perhaps this was a soulmate connection of some sort, you know, and I'm suggesting that it could have been a fire sign because you've got you, the Nine of Swords, with anxious thoughts and just not feeling very good at all, and your environment is a fire sign. So you could be reflecting on better times with a fire sign. And so in your hopes and fears is the Empress. So perhaps all of this loss and the judgment and the anxiety, okay, have taken you out of your normal glory of, you know, who you are. And so, and you know that. You know you're not yourself. So this is who you want to come back. You want the comeback kid. You know, the good old Aquarius that you normally know. Can you be the Empress again? You know, so, but your outcome is maybe not quite the Empress just yet. You know, there's been a lot of grief. In terms of astrology, we've been in Cancer, so issues around family, the home, your most intimate connections with people. It's been very churny. And at times, it's felt like it would never end, which is very, very, very depressing for anybody, but especially depressing for you. So while you may not be the same old party queen or king that you once were, all sparky and stuff, not just yet. You still have got a handle, you know? You've accepted the fact that, you know, you've still got your foundation. And on your own, you're reflecting on what it is you need to do to bring in the other part of the picture so that you don't feel so alone. A partner that's going to stand with you to enjoy everything you have. So this is kind of like you have everything except for that partner. And that's a lot more than a lot of people have. And Aquarius is pretty good at gratitude. So let me lay down some clarifiers and maybe we can get some more insight. It's a very rich core read, though. All right, so let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles and see what other insights we can get into that. Yeah. And then we've got the Ten of Swords. So, is it possible, Aquarius, that in your drive to achieve this, that there's been some collateral damage as a result of that? You know, if you've been focused too much on your work and stuff and things. Look at this. We got the Six of Cups coming. Oh, and something else. Oh, and sorrow. I don't read reversals, but okay. So yeah, there's definitely been some sadness and loss around a soulmate. And now you're on your own. So, I'm so sorry, Aquarius. Brighter days are coming. So what's the judgment around? Well, if there is judgment happening, it sounds as if it's compassionate. You know, that maybe it's just a pragmatic, albeit sad, conclusion. But whatever it is, you're being your generous self about it all and compassionate. All right. So, in the sense of loss, Hierophant is often associated with marriage. So if this is marriage breaking down, you know, and the whole, you know, we've got the Six of Cups. We're nostalgic for those times. It's part of the stages of healing. So sadness and grief, these are all very, very central themes astrologically right now. So you're right on time. And, you know, a lot of people try to put off processing these things. And my advice to them always is the faster you get it done, the faster it's over with. And the faster you can get to the next good stuff. Because that's how the spiral works, you know. We go through our challenges and then yay, and then challenges and then yay. And so the wheel turns. You know, we're all on the wheel of fortune. And change is inevitable. So the King of Swords, what's the insight there? Page of Cups. So there is possibly, or you, this is possibly you extending a love offer. Could also be another air sign extending a love offer to you in the midst of all of this change and grief. So let's look at the Six of Cups in the near future. And we've got the Queen of Wands. So, I don't know, maybe you could be dealing with a fire sign or water sign or an air sign. So what do we got for, we've got, okay. So on the Six of Cups in your near future, we've got the Queen of Wands. So fire sign. Very, very forward thinking. Fiery. And then we've got anxiety with the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So this could be a very powerful sexual connection that's maybe throwing you a bit. Starting something, new beginnings are causing you anxiety. I want another card on that. Oh, there we go. I'll take both of them. Why not? Okay, yeah. Oh, see? Okay, something's in a muddle. Something is in a muddle. Because there's anxiety, inspiration, or passion, love, and now the devil. There's a lot of people. The devil has come up a lot for July. So, doubt, second guessing yourself, illusionary restrictions, that sort of thing. So on the Knave of Wands, let's see what we can get there. Knave of Wands for Aquarius. So perhaps this fire sign has been a lot of work. Possibly a Leo. Because that's what came over the Empress. And I think you remember what we just talked about. That it's like, can I have this? And it looks as though you want the Leo. The Leo may be your soulmate. But something's happened. There's been some sort of judgment around. And one of the things about the dynamics between an Aquarius and a Leo, you have to remember, is that they're on opposite sides of the astrology wheel. So while there's a magnetic pull for them anyway, but it's like what the other one has, the other one lacks. And it's always a curious balance. Like, and that's true for all the signs in the zodiac. Everyone has their opposite. And so it's obviously a very, very powerful connection. And one that's very dear to your heart. And that has been challenging and has caused you some pain. And look at that. So while you may not achieve a full reconciliation or resolution towards this, as it is with any soulmate journey, there is still hope. And you still, have what you need. And you still have each other. But there's something in the way of it right now. Some form of judgment has occurred. And you've been through a lot. I mean, the Ten of Swords. I'm going to put another card down on the last one. One more card on the final outcome. It's going to be fine. This is the yes card. So it's the Ace of Pentacles. It's a new beginning. A new solid beginning because it's Pentacles. So, this one can be grounded this time. And this sort of sense of uncertainty or loneliness within a relationship, you need to have the groundwork in order to really feel supported by that. So let's just say that that's what you're doing right now. And for the time being, it has to be a bit of a solo deal. But in time, as is with any soulmate connection, you're going to have to deal with each other again. And it may be a roller coaster, but there's so much learning to be had by processes like this that, you can't get too down about it. So that's that. I actually picked up a really, really cool deck of cards just before I headed to Mexico. And I'm having so much fun with them. They're called the Oracle of E. They're by Pam Grout and Colette Barron-Reed, and they're fantastic. So, what does the Oracle of E... Oh, before I go too far on this, check out the pattern, or the design on this. It's sparklers. Isn't that awesome? So, all right. So what does the Oracle of E have for Aquarius for the month of July? And there it is. Bazinga! Okay, see what I mean? Isn't this fun? Okay, so Bazinga. I don't have all these memorized yet, but, I'm thinking that you get the idea. Well, don't you got it going on? Now's the time to revel in the sweet taste of fantabulous you. You've hit your mark. Go on, take a victory lap, pop a cork. Let's get this party started. Celebrants are lining up at the door. So it sounds to me like Aquarius is not going to be sitting by themselves like the hermit over here after all. Sounds like there's a party at Aquarius's house. So have fun with that, Aquarius. Have a great July. Be good to yourself. Don't let the anxiety get you down. Let it go. Trust. Trust, trust, trust. Okay? We'll see you next time, Aquarius. Thanks.